Good evening, my fellow students, competitors, spectators, and oh, most glorious judges. My name is Jonathan de la Pena, and tonight I'd like to talk to you about why Australia should become a dictatorship. Of course, why I should need it. So, imagine a world with me. A world where you can walk the streets, head held high, as you gaze at the local sweatshop, turning away, providing vital jobs for our economy. Imagine a world where you can walk the streets and compete safely, because nobody knows who might be a part of the secret police. Vigilant men and women who are always making sure that everybody stays good to the citizens. Imagine a world where the tyrannical reign of teachers is abolished, and us, the student working class, can rise up and only do the homework that actually relates to life. I mean, who uses calculus? This is the perfect world that I dream of, my fellow Australians. Completely ignoring the worldwide political chaos this would create, I believe Australia would be off for the better. I mean, historically, the rise of many dictators marked the beginning of a nation's rise to a world-recognized superpower. China, Russia, Germany, Rome. Each of these nations had at one point a ruling democracy. Democracy that had failed. It was only after the rise of prominent men of history that these nations began to truly flourish. Famous names such as Caesar Augustus, Vladimir Lenin, Mao Zedong, or even Adolf Hitler set in motion a chain of events that would allow their respective nations to live forever in infamy. These empires were effective for a reason. As the nation power grows, so does the power of the dictator above it. All a benevolent ruler ever wants is for his nation to grow larger, to grow stronger, to be able to crush his political enemies on a whim. All for the glory of his nation, of course. The country's best interest is his own best interest. Minus the political prisoners who have to be disappeared, but that's my point. For the majority, they get to enjoy the perks of being a part of a grand empire, watching about and listening to the great conquest of their armies, as they tirelessly work in the terrible living conditions of the Australian outback, of course. But we've all heard the tales of these men of history, how each of them had been deported, even executed for corruption. To prevent this perversion of power, I propose that we look back to the ways of democracy, for they'd grown something right. We must be allowed to vote a dictator into office. Simply pick the best tyrant that suits the nation's needs, and I'm sure love and harmony is bound to follow. But that raises the question, why make me first Emperor of Australia? It is because I will not trust anyone else with that kind of power. For I alone am worthy to lead this nation under my steel-capped boots as its humble servant, of course. If I was to rule, I would bring many benefits to us oppressed students. I would remove the unnecessary reading of Shakespeare from our schools. I would replace the NBN, the National Broadband Network, with a far superior JDLP NBN, the Jonathan de la Pena's National Broadband Network, which will provide high-speed coverage across all of Australia, even Caroline Springs. This I promise to you, my students. And all I ask in return is that I may be allowed a place to retire alone, so that I may humble myself and prevent myself from abusing my power. I've heard of an almost abandoned island that will suit my needs to remain alone. Some of you may have heard of this land. I believe it is called the island of Tasmania, where I must waste away my decades conversing with strange natives of this wild land. I truly hope you see the vision in these my words. God bless this wonderful country of ours. It can only become better, more regal, more me, Jonathan de la Pena, as its furious leader, the benevolent dictator. Thank you very much.